And in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. The introduction that you were given in regard to this were the particulars and the attention of the idea that there's a new vision of light that's going to begin to reflect to you back the idea of the certainty that you're in the dream sequence. There you are. Did you see? We're in the dream sequence of the idea that I am suddenly making an appearance within the ratio of determination of reflected light. It's as though within the fabric of the idea of reflected light, I am suddenly making an appearance here. Now, I intend to join you in this idea of the possibility that we can set up within what for many of us is a nightmare, isn't it? That I can set up a sequence of light ideas. Is this fine with me? Obviously, I have a particular reason for appearing within this frame. Obviously, I intend to tell a particular story in a reference to how I am looking at myself within this sequence of time, of the certainty that the illusionary nature of my dream sequence, as we read together in this miracle of illusionary conversion of my mind, are going to give me, as they're giving me right now, a better reflection of light of how I'm looking at myself. Yes, I have a particular guile on, don't I? Listen to me. The storyline that we set up in the idea of the entirety illusionary nature of the process by which you are identifying me within a fabric of reflected light, within this sequence of dream, will let you see that indeed, as I came into this parameter, I'm going to represent to you a particular sequence of a dream. Now, within that sequence, as you are offering me the solution of the idea of the formulation of yourself in the illusionary nature, first of all, that this is an illusion. Okay? First of all, it's the idea of the possibility that you can see at any moment you wish to another factor of light that suddenly came into this picture. Oh, I love to teach the idea that you are going to accept very fundamentally the idea that you're dreaming. Yes, first of all, let me say, yes, thank you. We decided to set up this sequence, didn't we?
Yes.
Mitch and Claire, John?
Yes.
Yeah, there you are, John. How are you this morning?
Great.
Now, what we're going to do is perform a particular act of recognition of the power of conversion of our mind that are indications that the decision of what we want to see, as we just shared together, are being made by us within the dream sequence, within the dream sequence, within the dream sequence. Thank you for letting that change. Could you see that it changed right there? Could you see that the distance between when I came into this sequence, all right, can you see, here's a little test for you in your willingness to release your defensive mechanism of dark and conversion. Simple fact of the matter is, I'm still standing here. No, you can do this. Come on, you can do it. I saw you do it right there. See that? I came into a figure that represented within your own memory factor an idea of a sequence of space-time in which you have a storyline of me coming into this picture to set up evidences that we are going to take pictures, which we obviously are going to do, of the idea that I entered into this sequence. I now have come in to this particular idea of the reflection of light. and are attempting to get you to look with certainty from my mind to yours that we're dreaming. Will you say to me gently, John, that we're dreaming?
We're dreaming.
Yeah, I'd love to teach. Now, this does not preclude the idea, let's say, there's Master Claire. She has set up a reflection of light. Now, she is going to play a part within the sequence of the idea of the alteration of the energy factor of the dream that is contained within my individual consciousness, in which I will play a particular part. This is the entirety of my Christian teaching of the reappearance of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The reason I'm going to stay out of it for a little sequence of ideas is the simplicity of the teaching that you can convert your body form and disappear back into heaven or while you're here. The little part I promised to do about why wait for heaven. In other words, if the reflection of your light in the particulars of the recognition of the singularity of mind are yours to make. Now, while I may begin to tell myself stories within this frame of reference as I look out into the universe, which obviously the sequence of my dreams are not a part of. Come on now. Say once more to me, I'm dreaming.
I'm dreaming.
Not only are you dreaming, you know you're dreaming. You came into a particular place in space-time to represent yourself in that dream sequence in which you extend from yourself reflections of light that can give you definitions of the storyline within the sequence of the images that you set up to represent you. Now, let's look at the idea that I am aware as I come into this sequence that we're going to tell each other a story. Now, the idea of the logistics of a story lasting in a time frame would be the idea that I am aware that John, taking this picture of me, is participating within the dream sequence. This is the entirety of my teaching. If the reflections of light by which you are defining yourself are only factors of a continuing reorganization of what you think is true within your own mind. Listen to me now, dear loves. It's very possible, and I'm looking at John. John, are you there?
Yeah.
No. You say to me, well, who is John? John is appearing as a reflection of light, taking a picture of another picture. But notice this, the energy of the factor of the light, of the disposition of how he is viewing this reflection of light, while it may set up a sequence that he now will picture within the expansion of his own mind, or in the contractual idea of galactic association, he is much aware, he is very much aware that contained in my memory, in a particular setting up of how I intend to present myself to you, is what you term a continuing converting agency of light, so that I can increase the frequencies of what you want to see. Now, here I am. Trust me with this. You need trust now. You have to let it convert without your need to hold on to it. You have a tendency to believe that when you saw me standing here, now becomes a memory of what you want to see of me sitting here. Will you trust me with this? It simply is not true. If you'll trust the idea of the possibility, I remember how much the master teacher loved to teach the idea of quantum teleportation. If you trust just for a moment in your mind that within the reflection of the light in the dream sequence, it's changing all the time anyway, listen carefully with me. You will simply do what? In the power of decision you are making and the picture taking, okay, you say to me, I'm going to let it change.